What's up, everybody? This is the Film Bunker. I'm Chad Bennett. Wait a minute. No, wait, I'm Justin. This is the Film Bunker, and this week we're going to talk about the best movie monsters.
Movie monsters.
Monsters, yeah.
Don't you go open that door.
What you gonna do anyway? 'Cause it's in the script.
Hey guys, what's happening? Alright, we took it back pretty far in this one, and we're trying to figure out the best, or the scariest, or the best monsters.
I think a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah,
And also creativity.
Yeah, true.
The people behind the scenes that spend hours making these things.
Now we had a lot of good applicants, if you will.
Yeah,
Okay.
to narrow down the list was hard.
Yes, very much so. And on actually, this movie scared me quite a bit.
Before you get into that, though, let's just clarify what a movie monster is, I guess. Is
Yeah,
a good
okay,
idea. Just in
right.
case people go, oh, but you left out blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So not an animal or a larger version of an animal. So no Jaws, no King Kong sort of thing. We're talking about monsters that are just completely created out of thin air, sort of thing. You know, that sort of thing.
Can be aliens.
Can be aliens.
Yep.
It can be aliens.
Yeah,
yes.
so to give them a little bit more grounding, they can have either dialogue or some sort of lead role.
Yeah.
You know, or the fact that they're a complete made-up creature.
Movies about them.
And now that that's all cleared up,
Okay. Thanks.
seriously though, this movie scared the bonkers off of me, and because it's so empty and it's so vast, like The Thing.
Oh, yes.
That movie, it infects everything. It doesn't have. It just does. It just is. And you don't know who is infected, and it turns humans into psychopaths because they want to survive. And so now I don't trust you guys, so you're better off dead. But I'm actually the one. You know what I mean? Like, it's just unbelievable. That movie was You know what I mean? It was just unbelievable.
You never know. He could have been the Thing.
Unbelievable. And it was scary because it was like in the Antarctic, right?
Yeah,
Antarctic?
yeah, in the Antarctic, yeah.
Yeah, and just there's nothing there.
Yeah, so the hostility of the environment becomes a creature in itself
Yeah,
as well.
totally, man. It's just
and that
mind-blowing.
soundtrack, like the doom doom, doom doom. I love that. It's great.
What is it?
So yeah, John Carpenter's The Thing, definitely 100% agree.
Yeah, totally. 100%.
The Morwen in Outlander.
Ooh.
So basically, Outlander is basically like a depiction of a dragon sort of thing that it's trying to tell like the mythical sort of historically ish sort of version of a dragon called the Morwen, and the Morwen was actually like a Viking word for dragon or something like that. It's something along that vein.
Yep. Cool.
And the story of Outlander is basically this guy comes from outer space and he doesn't realize it, but one of these Morwens has escaped on his ship after they have basically destroyed the planet of Morwens, and it's out for revenge, and it's basically taking on all these Vikings, and it becomes the Viking lore of how the dragons sort of attacked and all sort of things. So
Okay.
it's kind of cool, really, really interesting.
Little do they know it existed.
For real.
No, seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
No, we're kidding. Seriously. It's real.
Speaking of dragons,
Ooh. All right. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Good film,
Speaking of
dragons.
Actually, let's do. I feel like there's a couple here.
Yeah,
There's a
okay.
couple here.
there are several.
There are several.
I think I'm going to go with my little childhood favourite one here, and I will mention it. It is a little bit corny now that you watch it, but Dragonheart.
Dude, I was going to say the same one. So, up top, booyah. Sean Connery as that dragon was awesome. And Dennis Quaid was great in it, too. But
Dragon!
I loved it.
although they teamed up.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, you're the first.
You should never listen to minstrels' fancies. A dragon would never hurt a soul, unless they tried to hurt him first.
Really? Then why were you in my village?
Oh, village.
Yes, the village. You remember the village?
Leave him alone, you bully. Brunswick, go fly. I'll hold him. Pick on someone your own side.
Where have you been?
Very good. And then the
I will not give my heart
the dragons
to
in
order.
Reign of Fire. Actually, the dragons in Reign of
yes.
Fire.
Oh.
And our director actually had a really good point when he was when he dropped it, and it's very cool because the way they explain them being able to breathe fire is they like. You hear about it, and then there's one scene where you see it happen, and you see the gas coming in, and then it's like, and he shoots the other, and it chemically combusts, and it just goes, and it's just out.
The other really cool creative choice about that film that I absolutely love is that they decided to do away with the dragons walking around on actual limbs. Or
Like
feet
four
or
legs
hands or
and-
whatever.
and two sets
and it
of
was
wings.
the wings that they were
Yeah.
walking around on. I
Yeah,
love
that was
that
cool.
effect.
That was a good interpretation too. I like that.
Yeah, thank
That
you.
was good.
Yeah, that's my dragon.
These beasts live on ash. There's no middle ground.
Is that your Matt McConaughey, is it?
It's one of them.
It's one of them. So yeah, I mean, like that's the great thing about Reign of Fire is those choices. There's one more in our dragons list, but we'll touch on him just a little bit later. But moving right along, let's go from massive down to little bit of creatures.
I wouldn't say little itty.
Oh, well, okay,
oh wait,
yeah.
no.
They do?
I am sorry. I am sorry. I'm wrong. They become not so little.
They become not so little.
I'm glad everyone's like telepathic.
He's like,
except
what the
for
hell
me.
is he talking about?
Stanley's
Gremlins.
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 good old Stanny.
Can't get them wet. Feed them after midnight, bro.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
They're tiny, adorable little mogwais.
And I mean,
like,
he's probably
then-
one of the masters of film creatures, Stan Winston. The work
Oh,
that guy did was
man.
incredible.
actually, I'm taking an online course that he has for
Yeah,
like
right,
special
yeah.
effects makeup. Yeah,
Yeah, wow,
It's
excellent.
unbelievable.
I
Gremlins,
have to
though.
really, I really have to tip my hat off to the people behind the scenes who work stupid amount of hours for very little pay.
Yeah.
They, you know, at times that they're working all the way through the night to get this completed for shooting the next day, and the creatures that they come up with their imagination is incredible.
The one that sings New York, New York. Oh,
I love one of my favorite ones is like because before I grew up, that movie really scared me like none other. Man, it was terrifying
The first
because
That they're under the table.
because that's what went bump in the night. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
like as you get older and you watch it, you're like, gosh, this is brilliant. Because
Yeah.
because they're just like little humans, but they're not little humans, but they take on like, traits from it. Like
yeah, they got their
like
own
you have
personality.
Yeah,
and things
yeah,
that.
like the little flasher, and he's like. and he thinks it's hilarious, and then somebody knocks him down. He's like, "Shut up!" You know what I mean?
I love them.
And then what's the main one? Stripes. I think it's just
Spike.
Spike and
Spike was
Gizmo.
the main one. Yeah, Gizmo.
Spike?
Was the, yeah.
Gizmo was the
Spike
good
was the
one.
baddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spike was
And the
cool,
mohawk
man.
or
He
something.
was
Yeah,
just
Mohawk.
he was the cat's pajamas, dude. He was like
Cat's
everybody
pajamas.
wanted to be hanging out with him. It was like when they were watching Snow White, and they were like, "Hey who, and like throwing popcorn at each other. It's like that's
I
hilarious.
miss cinema like that.
You know,
I really
it's
do.
absolutely wonderful.
And I think that's why a lot of like J.J. Abrams in Star Wars, The Force Awakens, he wanted to bring back practical effects,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and why big films like Mad Max Fury Road won so many awards, that the director insisted on doing as much practical work as possible. Get rid of this computer CGI
Yeah,
stuff that we
absolutely.
take for
Let's blow
granted,
stuff up.
and let's go back to the creativity
Yeah.
of making an actual creature. All right, what about an iconic?
I just want to say real
Monster.
quick.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
okay.
Just going back to Gremlins, like those. Remember those? If you guys remember those, like the Furbies.
Yeah.
Remember that thing did not ever get wet. Ever, dude. Because I thought when I was a kid, man, I thought that thing was gonna go and just moving on.
Okay, but so yeah, iconic movie monster, who takes obviously two forms, both in your head and then obviously on screen.
I suck at this guessing game business. What were we talking about?
It.
Ah,
Pennywise.
Yeah.
How did I pick that?
Oh.
And we've had 2 great iterations now. Tim Curry's version.
Yeah,
and
I've not yet seen Skarsgård.
Stars. Yeah.
I've not yet seen that film.
I have seen it, and it is amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, I'm going to watch that then.
Okay, look, all right, really quickly. The film itself is okay, but his performance in it makes it.
Right,
And
gotcha.
they can easily make more now.
Yeah, cool.
I'd love to see him do more. And
Was
apparently he didn't interact with the children at all on set, and other than when he was in front of the camera acting, to keep the scariness about
Yeah,
him.
yeah, cool.
So, yeah.
Was there
Good method acting.
was there any comedy in the new iteration?
Little bits, yeah.
Like because in Tim
more
Curry's
serious tone, this one.
in Tim Curry, like he was making phone calls to the guys. He's like, "Hey, is your refrigerator ready? Well, you better go catch it!" Ting, and he would hang up the phone. It's
Tim
like
Curry,
it's like what? Why would they even put that in the film? Like this guy is terrifying. You know what I mean? And he's making prank phone calls. That's awesome. But then he turns into a giant spider, and I hated it.
All right. Well then, okay. So let's then now sort of delve back into that creationism zone and putting prosthetics on an actor. So let's talk about Doug Jones. How many performances he's had as a creature or acting in a suit. So you never actually see the guy. The poor guy. Hardly everybody knows what Doug Jones actually looks like. But his performance in Pan's Labyrinth, in particular, as the
Pale Man or something. Was it
Oh,
Pale Man?
yeah, with the eyes on the hand.
Yeah, that little girl. You know what was terrifying? Like it was not
What's her
even
name?
terrifying. What was
Ophelia.
really annoying about that one scene is like everybody knew exactly what was down there, and they're like, "Look,
don't do
don't eat the food, and you're fine.
it."
We'll be waiting for you. Don't eat the food." This little girl comes over. What? This is a weird-looking creature. Could have done all, and she got what she needed to do. Those grapes look delicious, and I am ravished. Click. It was like a massive grape. It wasn't even like a regular grape. It was like a. It was like a jawbreaker. You know what I mean? And then this thing.
But all from the mind of Guillermo del Toro, who just recently has been finally recognised for his work. Got a Golden Globe for his latest film, The Shape of Water, which yet
Really?
again another great creature played by
Yeah.
Doug Jones. So if you haven't seen any of those films, check out Pan's Labyrinth. It's fantastic, really, really amazing work.
It is all in Spanish, so you will have to read it. Unless you know Spanish, of course, and then you're good to
This
go.
guy knows a little bit of Spanish.
Outstanding movie, scary monster. Actually, all of the creatures in
Why don't we
Pan's
even
Labyrinth.
keep him around?
Gentlemen.
See?
See? Now he's just in Spanish.
Yes.
We actually have
No.
an audio selection for Justin. We can go English
Yes, hello.
and then now Spanish.
Esto era español. Soy Arno, not the topic.
Quick, put it back to English.
What?
I didn't know what he was saying. It was weird. It was
I
like
said-
you weren't
I said,
there.
Esto hablo español is I speak Spanish, and
Well,
soy
there's-
narcotraficante colombiano is I'm a Colombian drug lord. Two very important things if you want to survive in Spain or South America.
Fair enough.
Donde está la cocaína? Where's the
Probably
cocaine?
not the best thing to say if you're going to Mexico, though.
Now, let's sort of stay on the topic of actors that have done fantastic work in prosthetics. Let's take the prosthetics off somebody, put them in a leotard with dots all over them. Let's go with Andy Serkis's performance as Gollum.
You mean every performance he's ever done?
Well,
is
yeah, that's true
phenomenal.
as well.
What's it doing? It ruins it!
did that come from?
You can't wait. You can't do it.
I could once upon a time.
Lay it on us.
No, not.
Come
right
on,
now.
come on.
I've
Try.
gotta work into it.
Guys. Come on, please.
Nah, I can't.
Stupid little hobbitses. You people nasty chips. Yeah, what you doing, nasty chips?
Yay!
Stupid fat hobbits.
I need a little bit of water.
my throat. I feel like I left some esophagus on the table there. There it is.
Up stairs we go into the tunnel.
Nice.
And what's in the tunnel, precious? She will eat them. She will do it. Yes, she will do it.
I love it how he has like battles with himself.
Yeah,
It's
he talks through his own alter ego.
Yeah.
Leave now
Awesome.
and never come back.
yeah. And the other side of him just gets so irate.
Sneaky little hobbitses. Wicked, tricksy, fierce. You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you. Not listening. Not listening. You're a liar. And a thief. No. Murderer.
You're just absolutely furious.
But so Andy Serkis actually, just really quick trivia. Andy Serkis actually had a whole bunch of lines in the first Lord of the Rings movie, but they
Really?
cut it
Oh.
because they couldn't decide on the final image of
Oh,
what Gollum
there
would
you
look
go.
like. So
Right.
if you actually watch
'Cause you
Fellowship of the
only
Ring,
see the eyes. He
you
actually
only
looks
see
way
a
different.
tiny little bit of him.
Yeah.
So that was a last minute decision
Yeah.
to scrap him, and then obviously Two Towers. You
That's
finally
cool.
get
Now,
that reveal.
staying in that same realm, earlier in the episode, we mentioned a particular dragon,
This dragon is
Smaug. I am. Oh, he's just so
he's
good.
great.
He's so
Benedict
good.
Cumberbatch, once again in a leotard with little
Yeah.
dots all over him.
Yeah, man, and you guys can actually watch his performance like on YouTube.
Yeah,
or
a couple
something.
episodes ago, we showed what he looked like crawling
Yeah.
around on the ground and stuff like
Now.
Where are you?
that.
That was pretty crap. I just wanted to try because I've had a few
Mucker.
Cut it out. No, that dragon
Smaug
was absolutely unbelievable. His lines were
Mm.
awesome. Even in the original Hobbit cartoon movie, man, his lines were.
Yeah.
He was terrifying. He was very daunting. you
Actually,
know
when
what
I
mean?
was
Like-
really young, I went and saw The Hobbit live on stage. And
Oh, no
It was
way.
pretty amazing.
Wow,
Did
that's
you guys
outstanding.
read the book?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember half the crap in the movie being in the book.
No, a lot of it was written by Peter Jackson and Philippa
Oh, right.
to
I
create
don't remember Legolas
a
being in
little
the
bit
book.
more substance to the character.
Oh.
But there is still
I
quite a bit
remember-
of dialogue.
I remember
in the book.
Legolas getting mentioned, but I don't remember being.
No,
in it.
he's not in the book
He's
at
not
all.
in the book, right?
Not at
There
all.
you
The main villain, what's his name? Azog.
Azog,
He's not even in
the
the.
White Orc.
Yeah, he's
No,
not
no.
even in the Hobbit at all. I think he's mentioned in the
It was
Silmarillion.
Manu Bennett, by the way.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We're bros.
But I think not. I think our little game ends here. So tell me, thief, how do you choose to die?
Okay, so moving right along. So let's go right back to black and white days. Frankenstein.
Yeah, man.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
No, not that one. That's Mel Brooks' great film. Yeah.
No.
I love that.
Man, Frankenstein.
But yeah. I mean, Universal obviously just recently tried to reboot their Universal movie monsters with a really, really bad failed attempt at The Mummy.
Were they in that?
They even didn't like the newest Dracula so much that they said no, that wasn't part of the reboot.
Frankenstein, man, that was cool, man, because it was
It's where it sort of all started.
people have been trying to do that since we've been alive, bring people back from the dead.
Yeah,
what I mean?
that concept is cool.
Reanimation.
But I
very
think
cool.
what Will Smith as Muhammad Ali said in the movie Ali, it's like, well, is he gonna scare nobody? He's like, you can't chase nothing. You know?
What a fabulous point, Justin.
I have my moments.
And then obviously there's been some really terrible iterations of Frankenstein.
100%.
Aaron Eckhart, I think. Was it Aaron Eckhart? I, Frankenstein? Oh man, that was terrible. But anyway, I would love to see a new Frankenstein. Somebody out there make a new Frankenstein.
You know what? I really
Please.
the like it's a kids movie, but I absolutely just love it.
Oh wait, I did do one with Daniel Radcliffe. Sorry.
Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, I thought that
Not
interpretation
particularly terrifying.
of all the creatures though in that one, like they all know about each other and they're all buddies and you know what I mean?
All right,
I
okay.
thought that
Before
was
we
great.
get to our piece of resistance, the ones that we like to really argue about, really quick mentions. So,
Gojira.
Dark Crystal.
yeah, Dark Crystal. Oh, dude.
And this
Yeah, why was that on our list? Absolutely. The Labyrinth.
I hate your whimper.
Yes.
Quiet.
Fantastic. Jim Henson, man.
yeah.
The legend.
Yeah, dude. Everything like my name's Hoggle. That little dude was awesome.
Oh,
What's it
yeah.
for? Yeah, Olga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jen was kind of a weak little dork, but
Yeah.
But
turtle
yeah, Jim
people.
Henson, legend amongst film. What was the big creature's name in the Labyrinth? The big ogre-looking one.
The hairy one.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
controls the rocks.
Yeah. What was his name?
Um,
Oh no. Yodel. Anyway, he was cool.
He's like
He was cool.
he's
Friend.
Yeah.
That actually brings me to something we haven't talked about is some of the characters from Neverending Story and stuff like that. Like you got
Oh,
Falcon, the
yeah.
Flying Dog, and
The Rancor from Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
those kind of
Points.
creatures. So.
that's bonus. That's a
Bonus
bonus
round.
round right there.
yeah,
Everything we've just mentioned. All
Yeah.
right.
All right, let's get to it. Bring it on. You know what we're about to say. You already know. Look at prepping. I think I need to sit on this side of Justin.
I'm ready.
I might just sit on this side of Justin for the this round. Predator's awesome. You're gonna smash me with the cup, weren't you?
No way.
Dogs,
They're awesome.
come.
They're way too cool to smash.
Look, for me, those two are easily the two best, most iconic movie creatures or monsters.
And just for the record, the one time I will disagree with you, I'm with Karen on this one. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Want to switch seats?
All right, really quick story. As our director shows us these awesome tattoos. So Jean-Claude Van Damme was originally cast as the
Correct.
Predator.
Yep.
And then when he got to set and spent hours in the makeup room, he made a quip saying, "Oh, you know, I hope this is worth it. It's going to show off my ninja moves." And the guy goes, "Oh no, this is so we digitally remove you from the film." And he was like, "What?" And then immediately quit the production because he found out that he was going to be invisible for half the shoot.
And he was replaced by Kevin Peter Hall or something. I think.
Yeah, so then they brought in his stunt double, Kevin Peter Hall, to be the Predator, and then they put the suit on him. John McTiernan, the director, also the director of Die Hard, took one look at the creature and went, "That is horrible. What the hell are we doing?" Rang Stan Winston, who was just about to get on a flight, and said, "Stan, you need to get me a creature that's going to work."
Oh, really?
And he goes, "Yep, no worries, leave it with me." He gets on the flight, and the whole time, all he had was napkins and a pencil. And the whole time he sat next to a Jamaican guy with huge long dreadlocks. And he looked at the guy and he went, "That's it." And that's when he sketched the Predator
what it
as we
originally
see it
looked like.
today.
That's awesome.
So we'll show you really quickly. This is what the original Predator looked like. And this is the new one.
The suspense is killing me.
Yeah, you don't even know.
We don't get it.
You don't get like a little prompter or anything. Alright, Alien.
No. Predator first, dude.
Okay,
Because
cool.
like I've got mad love for Predators. Man, anytime I've ever played the games, I'm always the Predator. And I love throwing that little ninja star thing. Just goes and just jacks
I think
everything
the
up.
other thing that I really like about Predator is his movements and the sound that he makes. Yeah.
That
The little quirky moves that he does. And
Yeah,
stuff like
man.
that.
Yeah, but one thing I really absolutely love about the Predators is like they're honorable.
Oh, okay. Great point.
They are
Yeah.
warriors.
Yeah, actually, if someone's got a gun, they just shoot. But if no one's got a gun,
Right.
they only use
Like
weapons
in the movie, there was in the original Predators, there's an Indian guy. He's this big buff, right?
Yeah.
This big buff Indian guy,
Billy,
and
Billy.
Billy. Yeah, and he's like, oh, I'll hold him off or whatever, and he just goes into this middle of this open, this paddock, and he takes his knife and he cuts his chest.
On a huge log across a chasm.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. I'm thinking Predators.
That's okay. That's all right.
That's
Yeah,
it.
keep going.
But he cuts himself, and then the Predator like sees him, and he like unveils himself, takes his gun off, like.
No, you get the scenes confused.
It's
very
off,
close.
It's
very
off
close.
screen. It's off screen.
You never see the Predator interact
yeah.
with Billy.
Yeah, he does it, and then it cuts to them, and you hear.
So
him go,
I am thinking Predators then. Hey.
A little bit. You're getting three scenes
when he
confused.
actually fights the
You're getting
guy.
3 scenes confused. So there's 3 particular scenes that you're thinking of. So one where Billy uses a knife and then he confronts the Predator, but you don't see that, it's off screen. You hear his scream.
Right. You hear him scream.
That's right.
Yeah.
The scene that you're thinking of where he takes off his thing is when he's fighting Arnie in the swamp.
Right.
Pulls everything off and takes off the mask.
Yep.
And then the field scene, which is actually more of sort of a dirt patch, is when he's fighting Adrian Brody in Predators. So they're the 3 scenes that you sort of.
I've got to say,
why don't we
kudos,
just put those all together and make a great shot?
Kudos to Danny Glover for killing one with a frisbee in number 2.
But no, I just love how honorable they are, and like they're just warriors. They're hunters. They're you know what I mean. They're just awesome creatures, and they just and I love that if they're losing, they just go nuke. There's too many aliens for me to kill.
Shut up.
Because he wouldn't win. Because aliens are better. And that's our next monster on this list is
So many of
aliens.
them.
Aliens are terrifying. Have all the weapons you want, but I can move silently, quickly. I hunt in packs. I have 2 mouth things, right? And sure, cut my arm off. Go
Gotta
ahead.
move silently.
I dare you.
Yeah, okay.
What happens?
I mean, look, I think
Acid blood.
I think one of the things I really love about Alien, the first film, Ridley Scott, is that for most of the film, you don't actually see the alien.
Yeah.
It's all really
very
implied
daunting.
terror. I love movies that do that.
One thing I'm actually not a big fan of with the Alien is that they're stages of growth, right? So we haven't really seen like a teenager predator, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
But like you get the face hugger, and he impregnates you with a worm,
These little.
right? And then the worm busts out of you. But there's never been a clear line as to where, okay, this is how long the face hugger has to be on you. This is how long.
It has changed over films. I have noticed that. What the hell? That is.
I had a face hugger just trying to impregnate me.
Okay, say that again.
But
So there is moments that has changed between films. I've noticed.
I would love to
timing of the
see
impregnation is
like I would love to see an internal shot of these things busting out. You know what I mean?
Cute.
Like
Like a Jason Bourne follow the camera.
or even a what's it called, the baby thing when you look for the kid?
Ultrasound.
Oh, an ultrasound. Like that would be awesome.
That would be cool. Pretty
You know what I mean?
cool,
But then from that point when it busts out of your rib cage and kills you, how long does it have to eat? Does it just grow? Does it go make a cocoon? One thing I really love about the aliens is that when they're fully grown, man, they are just a hive mind and they can just wreck stuff.
Yeah, okay. I do agree with you on that fact. I love the fact that they're like rabid dogs and they hunt in packs and all that kind of stuff. It's very cool.
Yeah, man. They're not too smart though.
Quick film bunker fact. So what spawned the whole Alien versus Predator was that on the set of Predator 2,
Yep.
a stage prop hand had the alien skull. And you know how in the ship where Danny Glover's fighting the final.
I've never actually seen Predator 2.
Okay.
No,
In the
it's not it's Alien. No,
It's in Predator 2.
No.
In the ship?
Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about, but there was actually a previous one in Alien 2, I think it was. But there was actually a shot.
No.
I know
No,
you're
it's
thinking.
Predator 2.
You're thinking of Predator 2 when they walk in the ship and there's a whole bunch of skulls there as an alien skull.
Yeah, that's
I'm
when it
talking
first started.
No, I'm talking about prior to that, where in Alien 2 there was an actual shot of a figure that looked like a predator with a giant fan spinning or something like that, and it came from, like, that's why they ended up picking the fight.
That's Alien 3, and no, it was
Alien
Predator
3.
2 that started it.
Okay.
There was a stagehand who put the alien skull in the trophy room. Nobody knew that they had done it. They shot the whole film, cut it, and then that's where. That's how it spawned Alien vs Predator. But I know the scene you're talking about.
Right. Okay.
And it's Alien 3.
And I they're not great movies, but the Alien VP, like AVP, I love them to bits because it has my two favorite characters just slaughtering each other. And
I wish they'd make a good version of Alien.
but dude, like think about it. Even though the film is bad, like the fights between the two of them are awesome.
Actually,
I love, dude. There's this one where like this alien thinks he's being sneaky. He's like, right, and he like
How's it go? How's it go?
right, he climbs up onto the wall and he just lunges at this predator, and this predator he's just like, whoa, bam, and just power slams him, dude, and it's just, yeah, that's it. But then his buddy comes in and goes like,
Alright, so since Ridley won't satisfy all us fans and give us Alien 5 with Neil Blomkamp, I guess now we just have to really, really hope that the next Predator movie is just going to be awesome. Alright, so Alien and Predator are our top two. I will always put Predator on top. Jade will always put Aliens on top.
I can no, I'll put them.
And
They
Justin
share
sided
gold.
with me on Predator. Our director chose. Put him on the spot.
I quit.
Yes, that's
I
right.
quit.
That's one.
This is goddamn.
All right. So we want to know who your pick is: Alien or Predator.
Hey.
And as always,
Like.
comment.
and subscribe. We'll see you next time.